if you all think it's not, you don't just have to do products. I just added services to mine. I have two services now. So I don't like to say I'm in the coaching space, but you may as well put yourself in there because it's a service online. So you're going to become, and I integrated it all into my content. So I'm just to make a point, whether it's service or product, this is how I create my content. I know what my products are. They're not products that you're going to see out there in retail world. They're just not. I chose them very carefully. I'm in supplementation. Um, I also created a service around that. So when I'm writing my blogs or even preparing for an email campaign, which is attached to a landing page, think of a landing page or a bridge page. It could be a product or a service or both. So you literally are creating, you could win with one product, a one product website. I know a lot of people that have done it. I just like multiple things. But when I'm writing my content, I'm either writing about a supplement in great detail, then I'm going to tie it to my store links, shopping carts. If they like me, they're going to subscribe to my newsletter because they love the way I write. I'm just tooting my own horn here. But that's kind of the flow. Like what Christy is talking that yes, there's a lot of technical in the beginning, but once the foundation is built, you go to creative land and that's your core focus. That's the fun part. And I love creating. I love writing. I love my chat GBT. I've probably what's the word? I've prompted my chat GBT so well it knows my personality. I don't even have to tell it the tone that I like to use. I use a witty sort of soft sarcasm when I write. It knows it. So it's like this ecosystem. And when we talk about advertising, here's what I believe about advertising. Advertising doesn't work if you don't have marketing. If you don't have the marketing piece, why even start throwing money at an ad? And the part of the advertising challenge is I had to get out of my head about it. I had to put myself in, why would the person buy this? What emotion am I going to impact them with? What pain point am I going to help them? Like whatever it is. And you have to direct your ads towards that rather than using these keywords and it is what I've noticed too with AI, and I'm going to keep this really short, because AI has come into play with search engines. It's now in search engines. So it's literally grabbing everybody's brilliance content. It's taking all the really good stuff and it literally puts it at the top of the search. So how you can actually optimize for search, you have to change a little bit. Look at it like you're addressing their problem and just think about how would they search for this? That's how you want to write and create your imagery content. Like how would somebody, like how you go into Dr. Google and you start typing all your symptoms? Think of it that way. That's what I do. I learned so much through that process because it's about me now and I'm going to solve my own problem. So you got to create in that because that's what AI is doing. It knows how people are actually typing in their search. So I wanted to add that, but I'm so thankful, Christy, for what you do, extending, your coaching is I actually would not have thought about putting this all together in a different platform because I was sold on the dream of advertising, and oh, look at that cash flow chart that Bo's talking about. I want that. And that sold me. The bling sold me. It was the sizzle that didn't sizzle. So I, you don't have to have a lot, you don't have to have big tech skills to put this together. Just have a supportive sort of tech sort of assistant or a coach, hire somebody, whatever. Once it's there, you can hit the ground running. You're going to go, oh my, and you start finding your flow, and you have to be consistent. But I do agree with you, Christy, on the YouTube, having your own video content because we are a little lazy online. We swipe, we watch, like, we don't read anymore unless you have very, very compelling titles, subjects. I am unfiltered online. I just say it how it is. I don't care how people feel about it. And you start testing even your titles. Oh, they love that one. I'm going to stick with that and spin it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's how that's really what we're doing
And
in
as you build
content.
your email list, you'll also find out certain emails will resonate more with your audience than others. And those
Yes.
titles, that's another thing you're gonna, who actually clicked on this? Oh, my
Yeah.
click-through rate dropped on this one. And I show that in my video series. I show all of this stuff so you guys can get the knowledge behind what we're talking about. And on the coaching calls, I really want to see you guys successful in getting your own digital asset because so many people lose out when they just buy into a program that it may or may not work. But let's suppose it did work for you. Even then, you're always going after that next, what am I going to produce? Image
Yeah.
to be able to get the product. Because guess what? Image is fatigue. You have no backbone behind those ads. So what happens if you had success with it, but now the images quit working because everyone's doing the same thing. And we have the whole repeat deja vu again. Well, what's going to pay your bills the next month? It
Yeah.
worked last month. Now it's not working
I
this month.
agree. That
And
was my
now,
biggest conflict with ClickBank. I was like, no,
so
there's
here's what I'm
tons
going
of
to say.
people.
I want to introduce this concept with your platform, your email. You also want to start thinking about a reoccurring income model.